How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. This is a Balmuda toaster. It promises to reheat your bread, your pizza, your croissants, and make it taste amazing. Does it really do that? Let's give it a test. It even has a dedicated switch for toast, baguettes, pizza, croissant, and of course you can use it like a regular oven, 350, 400, 450, but there is no setting for 375. An on-off button allows you to set the time in 30-second increments all the way up to 15 minutes. The secret sauce is in the top over here that allows you to put in 5 cc of water. It comes with a tiny cup for you to put the water. Removing the internals, putting in the water at the top. It drips to the bottom tray here. And there's a heating element right below this. Normally you have this cover on, and this will get so hot that steam will come out. This essentially steaming your croissant. Of course, you can do the same thing if you spritz a little bit of water on your croissant and then reheat it. Might not be the same thing. Could you maybe put a little bit of water at the bottom of your toaster? Maybe. But no matter what, you can't beat how good looking this toaster is. Croissants from Costco, it's a little bit smushy. If you want to reheat this, most people will just stick it in the toaster oven for a couple minutes. The recommended is about 3 minutes on 300 degrees. So let's give that a try. Nice and warm. It's pretty crispy. Squished it a little bit though. Give this a taste test here. It's crispy on the outside. The inside, it's slightly not as warm. So this would be the benchmark here. Now let's reheat a croissant in the Balmuda. 5 cc water in there. Put a different croissant in here. Turning it to croissant mode. Turn it on to 3 minutes. And it does its thing. It's making this little clicking sound. It's like a very light click, click, click. It's getting steamed up in there. You can't see the croissant now. The steam actually helps the heat transfer into the croissant. You can hear a lot of clicking sounds. It steams for a while, alternating the heat between the top and bottom heating elements. And then when it toasts, it turns on both the top and bottom for some reason. It's like a custom heating schedule for each type of bread. Now we got 1 minute left here. And it's flashing at the 1. The steam is starting to dissipate and we can see the croissant. It says you can leave it in there for 30 seconds more to get it more crispy. But since it says it's done, let's just open it up and see what happens. It's very steamy in here. Let's cut into it. Whoa, it definitely is more crispy. It smells better. But it squishes just the same. Okay, let's give this a taste. Huh? You hear that? It actually crunches. Let me go back to the previous one. It crunches a little bit too, but there's an audible crunch on this one. It definitely is better. Certainly surprising because when you add steam in there, you don't think that it's gonna make it crispier. It should make it soggier, right? An unbaked croissant. It's not crispy at all. The previous oven, it's crispy, but it's not nice and warm in the center and moist. I'm touching the center and I reheated roughly about the same time too. But this one, the center is nice and warm. Now the question is, can you use a cheaper toaster and just pour a little bit of water at the bottom tray, make it create some steam, and maybe it'll do the same thing? The difference would be it doesn't have a dedicated tray to create the steam. So the steam might not come off right away. It doesn't alternate the heating sources, but let's give that a try. And I'm just gonna pour water right at the bottom over here. Spread that around, put in another croissant. It's like a minute in and still no steam, so it seems like it's probably gonna taste the same. The water is not steamed. It feels about the same as before. It's not crispy, almost a little bit smushy. Trying the center here, this seems a little crispier. It's not actually crunching, you can probably hear it too. I read you can spritz some water on the croissant and it could possibly steam it that way. Let's try that. Give that another test. It's certainly not steaming in there. If I touch this, it's a little bit soft. It's not as crispy, although there's a little bit of crisp to it. Another taste test. no crisp. So spritzing it with water doesn't have the same effect. What I noticed though, after I toasted it, if I wait a little while, it gets a little crispier. So let's wait a few minutes before I try again. It's been about 2 minutes. It's not as hot, a little crispier on the outside. It's not like right out of the oven. It is noticeably less hot. Going into it, I thought this is just an overpriced toaster, but it does make your pastry item taste better. There are actually coffee shops that uses these machines to heat up your pastries for you. It tastes close to freshly baked. Of course, it doesn't match actual freshly baked, but it's very, very close. Is it worth the cost? It's like $300. I think if you really enjoy your pastries fresh from the oven, this might be worth giving a shot. If you guys are interested in this product, check out my Amazon affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.